I'm live. Okay, this is a totally different setup than what I'm used to. Hang on, let me get my shits together. You don't have access, okay. And you don't have access. Alrighty. Well, what the hell do I have access to? Uh-huh. Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me? We're gonna mute. Uh-huh. Oh, but we're good now. We're good now. Hello, everyone. It's Jackie. Reactions. I don't know. Excuse me. I am tired. I worked today. Mm-hmm. All right. What's this edit thing? Let's see. Edit. Edit. What are we gonna edit? And Aaron Goodwin's ex-wife in court. Okay. There we go. Okay. And I've got. By golly. How do you want to go live? Webcam. What are the choices? Other choices. That's the only way I can do it. Okay. We're good. We're good. Oh my god. I gotta say, guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. 3-day weekend. It flew by. I tell you, it flew. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Man. This should be showing up. Yay! Okay. Did you ever watch back in the days Ghost Hunters? No Ghost Adventures. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Yeah. My favorite guy in Ghost Adventures. There you go. It wasn't Zach. It wasn't Nick. It was Aaron. He had the personality. He was just, I thought, a dang sweetheart. Let me turn this other podcast. I'm playing down for just one moment. Well, until we finish this. I thought I heard the pins coming. Okay, alrighty. Anywho, he got married. We're gonna see. We're gonna really dive into this, guys. Hangy ho. Okay. ARNGODWIN. Oh, I'm so sorry. Damn. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. We're gonna dig into his Wikipedia here. Okay, he was the cameraman. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, hang yo. Did we know that Aaron Goodwin has a twin brother? No, we did not. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Let's make sure it's the same one that, yeah, I guess so. Okay, uh-huh. I'll be darned. Huh. That's, okay, uh-huh, mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Aw. Aw, he has a kitty named Dodger and a dog named Moose. But no, excuse me, no human children with his former wife, who was Sheena Goodwin, or his estranged wife. What? Victoria? Wait. Oh, he's had 2 wives. What? We're learning a lot about this man. Okay. Alrighty. Uh-huh. Wow. Excuse me. My good. I should just give this up and say wait till tomorrow. I got tomorrow off. And I asked for Monday and Tuesday off because damn it, I need to quit sitting here. I need to get the house cleaned. I need to get stuff done. I've got jewelry makings that I've got bagged up and I just don't know what the hell to do with them. How to present them to sell them. I just about knocked over the water bottle. One moment. We got a light a pacifier here. Okay, what is Aaron Goodwin's background? Let's find out. Okay, he is a paranormal investigator, camera operator, and television personality. Best known for his core cast member of the long-running series Ghost Adventures. Goodwin began his career in the entertainment industry as a camera operator working on various projects, including sports events and red carpet coverage. That's where his twin brother comes in at, is the sports events. Uh-huh. Hmm. Uh, I'm not showing this. I'm just reading it myself here. Uh-huh. Hmm. We don't care what his net worth is, do we? No, we do not. No. Alrighty. What? Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. Uh-huh. How did Zach Beggins meet Aaron Goodwin? Zach Beggins and Aaron Goodwin met through their mutual friend Nick Groff in the early 2000s. Groff, who knew Goodwin from film school, introduced him to Beggins when they needed a cameraman and equipment technician to film a paranormal documentary in Nevada. Okay. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Let's see. Huh. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hmm. This is, what religion is Aaron? If you're referring to the biblical figure Aaron, the brother of Moses, no, we're not. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And mm-hmm. Now we're going in. Okay. What is Aaron's nationality? Oh, wow. He's primarily a biblical given name with Hebrew origins. Because the name is shared by many famous individuals, the nationality depends upon which Aaron you are referring to. Oh, for goodness sake. They didn't have Goodwin in there. Never mind, guys. I'm tired. All right. Let's get into this video. Okay. Let's see what he married this woman. That's why I was looking up. When did they get married? Okay, hang you. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Married. Mm-hmm. Yes. God, I cannot believe he's married twice now. Mm-hmm. Okay. They tied the knot at Disneyland. Okay, in August of 2022, after originally getting engaged in October of 2019. And it abruptly ended in March of 2025, a year ago. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play this, and we're going to see how pathetic this woman treated Aaron, who deserves so much better. I hope you guys can hear this when it plays. God, I'm all different streaming, so thingy baba baba baba. Here we go, guys.
The fact that this person did all this to me with no worry, no care, or love in her heart for me. I will never feel the same. I will never feel safe or be the same because of what she did.
Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin broke down at sentencing for his wife Victoria after she admitted to plotting with a notorious killer to put out a hit on him. Victoria herself had a chance to speak, but how genuine was her apology? You decide. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, so back to a story that we have been covering since it began. This is a twisted one. Aaron and Victoria Goodwin, they seemingly had this picture-perfect relationship, but unfortunately it was destroyed pretty much overnight earlier this year when it came out that not only had Victoria wanted Aaron dead, but she conspired with an infamous murderer to try to make it happen. So I'm going to give you some background on this case and the Goodwin's history so we can make sense of what happened. But everything started to come to light on March 6th. This is when 32-year-old Victoria Goodwin was arrested in Nevada for an apparent murder-for-hire plot against her own husband. Investigators say she'd been communicating with an infamous inmate in Florida, Grant Amato. A lot of our true crime fans will remember his trial. They'll remember him, telling him that she wasn't in love with Aaron anymore and wanted out. Now, Amato is currently serving a life sentence in Florida for the 2019 murders of his father, mother, and brother, a case that we covered extensively here on Law and Crime. And prosecutors, by the way, say that he killed them because they were trying to stop him from spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a webcam girl he said he was in love with, but apparently had never met in person. Talk a little more about him in just a minute, but you have this detective with the Florida Department of Corrections contacted police in Nevada, letting them know that they'd found the smuggled cell phone in Amato's cell and that he had been communicating with Victoria Goodwin, who, by the way, is referred to in the probable cause affidavit as Victoria Candy. So they say that Goodwin provided information to Amato about Aaron's location in California, where he was filming an episode of Ghost Adventures, and then Amato reportedly passed that information along to a third person. The affidavit reads, Mrs. Candy informs inmate Amato that her husband will be staying at the Best Western Plus, 2565 Commerce Parkway, Barstow, California, 92311, and is with his smoking buddy. She proceeds to send inmate Amato a picture of the two of them, along with a picture of a black Dodge minivan being driven by her husband. During this time, inmate Amato has been in contact with an individual, whose name is redacted, who will be taking care of the situation. Inmate Amato and Mrs. Candy also have $11,515 set aside for this individual when the job is finished. Now, investigators also found messages where the two appeared to discuss using PayPal or Zelle or Cash App to make payments. And it's noted that Amato had asked Goodwin for a $2,500 PayPal payment up front to an account. On March 6, police served a search warrant on Goodwin's home, and she gave an interview to detectives. And police say Goodwin explained that she learned about Grant Amato through a true crime documentary, began writing to him, described their relationship as essentially pen pals, and she told police that the relationship started in May 2024 and ended in November. Once all of this was exposed, things happened really, really quickly. Aaron filed for divorce around a week after his wife's arrest. She was locked up with no bail and at first entered a not guilty plea, but later agreed to a plea deal that was offered by the prosecutor. And she would plead guilty to one felony count of conspiracy to commit murder with a possible penalty of 2 to 10 years in prison. And the decision was ultimately left up to the judge. What would be her punishment? Well, during Goodwin's sentencing hearing, the prosecutor laid out some of the case's strange details for the court.
One of the reasons we're not making a recommendation as to sentencing is we kind of acknowledge that, look, this is someone who doesn't have a record, right?
Look at her tiny ears. What the hell? Damn, her ears are tiny. Sorry, I just had to mention that.
Who's never kind of done anything like this before. But the concern I've always had is when you look at the facts of the case, they are serious. This is not a situation where maybe an unhappy wife simply kind of made a fleeting text that said, oh, like, I can't stand my marriage. Like, I wish he was just gone, or something along those lines. It was far more than that.
By the way, as you know, we are always writing sidebars. We're researching. We're doing breaking news. I'm constantly on the run, but I get hungry, and it's not so easy to just grab something. That is why I'm so happy we have Huel as our sponsor. It's spelled Huel. And their Black Edition, ready to drink. This is a total game changer. This is a complete meal in one bottle. 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, high fiber, low sugar, so you feel full, focused, ready for your day.
I hate commercials. Okay, here we go.
That I have about the case are when Mr. Amato's phone is seized and they look into it, what you can see is on October 2nd of 2024, there is a text exchange between Ms. Goodwin and Mr. Amato, who is a convicted murderer out of Florida, where they are expressing their love for one another. She is acknowledging that her husband would never accept a divorce. She says things like, I'm so anxious. I just can't believe this is happening. Like, what the F? How did I get to this point? Am I a bad person? And when Mr. Amato asks, well, why do you say that? And she's like, because I'm choosing to end his existence, not divorce. Those are very serious comments. When you couple that with on that same date, she is relaying information that Mr. Goodwin was in Barstow, staying at a Best Western, provided him pictures of what he looked like, the car that he was driving. And that there's discussions that Mr. Amato's buddy named Gordo is going to take care of the situation. The facts become more serious. And even from those text messages that talk about setting aside, $11,000 for Gordo, and ultimately this investigation reveals about $60,000 is sent from Ms. Goodwin over to Mr. Amato. Or associates with Mr. Amato. And I know that sentencing memo kind of talks about, well, maybe some of that was blackmail. But when you have the following day, you have Amato on that phone texting Gordo being like, hey, is it done yet? Hasn't been done. All of that's very serious. And the one thing I didn't see in that report was simply, at no point does Ms. Goodwin ever try to claw it back. At no point does she say something like, you know what, I was just kidding. I don't really want to go through. Like, you don't ever see anything along those lines. And that really is ultimately the concern for the state about the seriousness of it. And so look, whatever you think is appropriate is certainly appropriate. I just think at the end of the day, we don't see these solicitations very often. Like, you know, I handle murders. We don't really get solicitation cases that often. But there's a lot of there. That's a lot of detail, a lot of locations, and a lot of money that I think elevates this to a certain level of consideration.
Now, Goodwin's defense attorney argued that her communication with Grant Amato stopped well before her arrest and argued that the months she'd spent in jail, that's punishment enough. And after he spoke, the defendant herself was allowed to give a statement as well.
With regards to the facts, there is, to me, a clear line where Ms. Goodwin had abandoned the conspiracy. We may disagree, and I don't know if it will redo with the state, whereas who initiated the idea of, you know, the murder. But with Ms. Goodwin, it's clear that as of November, she had completely distanced herself from the group. She had moved on from it. There was very limited contact. She had nothing further to do. No efforts were made, and the phone exchange ends. I'd also comment, and I know we do in the sentencing memo, that neither Mr. Amato or Mr. Gordo, as we sit here, have ever been charged with a crime. So it's just Ms. Goodwin who sits here today. And as far as I know, there's no intention to ever file charges against either of those two individuals. 92 days has gotten her attention. She's never going to be in front of Your Honor for any kind of violation. She's never going to have any further problems. We, of course, would understand there would be stringent conditions. She has no contact with Mr. Goodwin, and she has no need to ever have contact with them. We would just ask the court to give her one opportunity at probation for someone who's lived the life that she's lived.
Oh, hell no.
Has one terrible mistake, but that's the only mistake she's made, and that she immediately tried to take full responsibility for it. Before she was arrested, she had clearly abandoned any efforts to be part of that conspiracy.
Look at his pants. Look at his... Oh, jeez. He needs a tailor. He's probably a pro bono. I don't know. He needs a better suit. He looks slacky. Oh my God. This guy here looks much better. Yes, he does. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, I just had to comment on that. My God.
And we think she's worthy of probation. And I'd like to have her say a few words as well.
Here we go. Control speak.
Firstly, and most importantly, I would like to apologize to Aaron. I'm so immensely sorry for the pain and anxiety I've caused you, and the betrayal you undoubtedly and rightfully feel by my actions. I need you to know that I will always hold love for you.
What?
I genuinely pray you find your joy and peace again, and I will bow out of your life forever to hopefully ease that process. I'm sorry I broke us, and I am consumed with regret every day. My absolute promise to you is that you will never see or hear from me. I intend to leave the state of Nevada, and you and anyone else will never be in danger of me ever again. Secondly, I'd like to apologize to my parents. My actions are not a reflection of how you raised me, with unwavering love and support, and I know I'm better than this. Next, I'd like to apologize to the court. I recognize and understand my stupidity, the terrible nature of my crime against Aaron, my regrettable choices, and monumental lapse in judgment. This is my rock bottom, and I'll never forgive myself. Prior to my arrest, I was taking steps toward mending my marriage and correcting my mistakes that led me here. Now, having spent 92 days in jail, I've had plenty of time to reflect on my foolishness, and I'm that much more committed to never getting in trouble again and doing better in every aspect of my life, especially with my mental health. I am truly ashamed, embarrassed, and disappointed with myself, and am deeply and sincerely remorseful for my actions. This is not a reflection of who I am, nor the person I want to be.
Then it was time for Aaron Goodwin to speak. We were very curious about what he was going to have to say. And listen, he was emotional as he told the judge about the pain that his estranged wife's actions have caused.
Sorry. Your Honor, for 7 years, I thought I was in the most loving relationship and marriage with my best friend. Someone who I trusted with whole heart and laughed with every day. Someone who made me feel like I was someone's, like I was her one and only. I was loyal to her and did whatever I could to make her happy. I thought we were something very special, and so did everyone else. After finding out she was cheating on me in September of last year with multiple men, including the man going by the name Vincent, who turned out to be Grant Amato, I gave her the option of divorce where we could try to work it out because I love her so much. She felt so bad, and I didn't want to lose me. Every day she made me feel so more special, and she was so sorry. At least that's what she told me. Now discovering she put a hit out to kill me more than once. Got blackmailed and spent almost all our savings to keep it quiet. And fell more in love with Amato. They even got spiritually married.
Ugh.
And now I was called the first husband. They talked until she was arrested. And she sought his help to kill me.
Wow.
Sorry.
What? Dumbass bitch.
This has led me to fear my life. I've hired armed security for weeks, not knowing it was over or not. Always looking over my shoulder and having to go through therapy and even trying to understand any of it. It's like a heartbreak no one should go through in life. I can't trust anything anymore. I cry every day. I feel so low. She grew me into a person I never was. I will always wonder why. But worst of all, she lied to me every day. I didn't know about any of the murder plot, the hitman, or the blackmail until the detectives told me after she was arrested. Now behind bars, she's trying to manipulate through lawyers and trying to silence me and not come here today. So I wouldn't be standing. In honor, Your Honor, this person over here, I don't know at all. Not one bit. The fact that this person did all this to me with no worry, no care, or love in her heart for me. I will never feel the same. I will never feel safe or be the same because of what she did.
Do you see any tears running down her cheeks? I sure as hell don't. She's doing a lot of shaking. I don't see any tears, though. Okay, continue.
Especially when she gets out one day. She claims she's remorseful now that she's been caught. But there at no time before did she ever try to stop this from happening. She tried to have me killed. She gave my location to people. Truly believe we were trying. I truly believe with people she truly believed were going to harm me. She even asked for the updates on the murder. And this was all when I was just her loving husband. I thought, whether she got minimum or maximum time, I still won't feel safe whenever she's released. I feel like this deserves prison time. I don't know.
She does deserve that.
So just leave it in your hands, Your Honor. Thank you.
So what happens? Well, Judge Nadia Krall sentenced Goodwin to a minimum of 36 months or 3 years in prison with a maximum of 90 months. So that's 7.5 years. And as the defense attorney mentioned, as far as we know, Grant Amato has not been charged or disciplined in any way for his connection to this case. Such a bizarre case, to say the least. And he's currently serving a life sentence at a prison in Florida after I mentioned before he shot his father, mother, brother, all in the head at the home they all shared in Chulada, Florida, back in 2019. His case, by the way, super wild, too. He apparently gunned down nearly his entire family because they wanted him to stop talking to this performer that he met on a webcam site. He had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, much of which, by the way, he stole from his parents and brother, and he spent it all on this woman known as Sylvie. Now, Amato had dropped out of school to become, and I've never even said this word before, so hopefully I'm saying it right, an anesthetist? I don't know, but did manage to get a job as a nurse at an Orlando hospital. He was fired for reportedly stealing drugs, told his parents he wanted to become a Twitch streamer, but instead he used his fancy computer setup to look at pornography and spend time virtually with Sylvie. During his trial, prosecutors laid out some of the just vast amounts that he was paying nightly to this campsite.
Grant fell in love with a woman named Sylvie. Not only did he fall in love with her, he became obsessed with her to the point where that was all that mattered to him. He had lost his job. He was depressed. He was having a contentious relationship with his father and his brother. He finds Sylvie and becomes consumed with her. Now, you haven't seen these. They're in evidence. But these are bank records from the Amatos. Okay? Credit card statements, checking account statements. And by all means, I implore you to look through these.
Do we want to continue watching this or something else? Let's see them raise the hands. Oh my God, so many people in here. Oh, let me turn it to live chat. Look at y'all in here. Oh my gosh, hey. We're shaking. Right. There we go. No, we didn't spell that correctly. There we go. All right. That's good enough. How's that? Yeah, come on in. I'd never heard this case before. So let's just, for shits and giggles, continue on. Okay. You could even speed it up, maybe. Playback speed normal. They may sound like partial chipmunks, but here we go. Okay, we'll go one half. Here we go.
And when you do, you will see a compendium, of charges to My Free Cam's website. I just picked, here's a random page. And for the record, this was Exhibit 350. It's dated, this particular page is dated November 20th. And on November 20th, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 transactions, each $599.99. That's hundreds, by the way, not $5 for this particular website to tip this woman. On the 21st, the next day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 transactions for almost $600 a piece, $599.99.
Yeah,
and it goes on, guys. I mean, I'm not going to belabor the point, but look at it. According to my notes, I'm not good at math. Fair warning. $20,000 in one night.
And things finally came to a head at the end of 2018 when Amato's parents sent him to a rehab for pornography and internet addiction. And after a couple of weeks, he was allowed to come back home, but there were strict rules in place. His surviving brother, Jason, testified about those rules during the trial.
Describe to the jury what that document is, Station 179. What are the contents?
I guess I would call it like an ultimatum. Some options that were given to Grant to choose between after leaving the facility. And based off of some of his choices, there were specific rules and regulations that my father had laid out for him. And
give some examples. I mean, I'm not asking you to read the entire document. The jury has it. It's going to go back with them. They can read it. But give the jury some examples of what are the options given to him.
All right. So the first thing that was covered was living arrangements. You know, does he want to live at home, move out on his own, go to the military? Looks like my father pre-wrote this and then updated it with a different color pen. I'm assuming with discussion with Grant. So there are some markings and highlightations of things that were discussed and chosen. It looks like Grant chose to live at home. He understood that the family would not cover or pay any current remaining future debts, etc. It goes on to say that, some rules are no post-midnight internet use, no more all-nighters online, limited TV, install a new AT&T modem for logging, wireless, and hard traffic use. It says that he terminated his current phone and set him up with a new phone that I guess didn't have data or the ability to go on the internet. Some responsibilities where he had to get a job. He had some debts that he had to take care of. No savings. He owed the family some money, owed the family an apology. It's very detailed.
Is there any reference there about the contact with the woman in Bulgaria?
Yes, sir. So
What does that say?
it states that it informed Grant that they had reached out to this woman to let them know, or to let her know some of the things that Grant had been saying weren't 100% true, and that he wasn't allowed to communicate with her anymore.
Apparently, Amato couldn't stick to the plan. He managed to convince his mom to let him use her phone. He contacted Sylvie. His dad ordered him to get out of the house. And on January 24th, 2019, Grant Amato shot his mother, Margaret, in the head while she sat at her computer. He then waited for his father, Chad, to come home, shot him twice as he walked into the kitchen. And Amato used his dad's cell phone to text his brother, Cody, telling him to come home. And when he did, Amato shot him as he came in the door. Now, police said Amato tried to stage the scene like a murder-suicide to make it appear that Cody had shot his parents and then himself. The next morning, Cody's coworkers had police do a welfare check when he didn't show up for work. And that's when they discovered this crime scene. 24 hours later, police found Grant Amato at a hotel, took him into custody. And at trial 6 months later, a jury found him guilty.
Verdict, count 1, Margaret Amato. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree premeditated murder. Further finding, we further find beyond a reasonable doubt that during the commission of the offense, the defendant personally carried, displayed, used, threatened to use, or attempted to use a firearm or a weapon. Further finding, we further find that during the commission of the crime, the defendant actually possessed a firearm. Further finding 2, we further find that during the commission of the crime, the defendant discharged a firearm. Further finding 3, we further find that during the commission of the crime, the defendant discharged a firearm and caused the death of Margaret Amato. Verdict, count 2, Chad Amato. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree premeditated murder. Verdict, count 3, Cody Amato. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree premeditated murder.
Now, because the state had indicated they planned to pursue the death penalty, the trial then moved into a sentencing phase where both sides argued for or against capital punishment, but not enough of the jurors voted in favor of death, so Grant Amato was automatically given 3 life sentences, and he has since appealed his conviction. And that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jesse Weber. Speak to you next time.
Okay, wow. That was different. One moment, thank you. Poor Aaron. That poor guy, my gosh. She didn't get much time for that, did she? I don't know. She would look better with that model guy. Yeah. Those two would have made a good couple, I think. Yeah. Oh, dear. What are we going to check out next? I had a thought in my head, then went poof. Oh my goodness. All right, let us. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. Okay, no. Need to do this first. Here we go. Maybe. Okay. Do we see anything? Oh, I have recently been learning about that Mackenzie Shirilla. Oh my God. What the hell? Oh my God. Yeah, and what is this code that she and her mother speak in? That is so strange. Very strange. Just trying to see if there's anything short here. Casey Anthony. Oh, jeez. No. Yep. Totally agree with that. Okay. Do you think to check those? We don't want to go into anything Coburger, do we? No. Let's see. Oh, there's a new Nancy Grace. Young girl, Sadie Robinson, excited about date with whom? With spoiled brat killer. Oh, so it's yes, I remember her now. Yes. Aw. Okay. Aw. Well, what the heck is this? We're not going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch Nancy Grace when I go to bed. Cops realize the dismembered body is alive. Oh my word. Wow. Now I know what it's going to show you. Watch the moment. What? Aaron Goodwin finds out. Okay, let's just put this in here. It may be bullcrap. I don't know. It might not be.
All right, I'm gonna try to take a picture. So what I'm doing right now, I'm laying UV lights, and then I take a long exposure Polaroid for like 30 seconds or to a minute, and just let it sit there with the lens open. Oh my God, dude, I feel like something's happening.
Suddenly, Aaron gets a notification on his phone, and we can sense something is wrong.
Dude. Hold on for a second. What's going on? You right?
You okay?
Well, the police are in my house.
What?
I gotta go outside.
It's fine, but I'm not staying in here by myself. I don't know what's going on. Aaron was getting a phone call or something. He said the police are at his house, and he said he had to go outside.
At this point, we will not be showing any further footage, but it is at this moment that Aaron receives a call from the police that his wife has been arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder by hiring a hitman to have Aaron killed.
Poor Aaron. My God. Oh dear. Okay. What I was going to show you was, if you're following the Nancy Guthrie case, like I have been since day probably 2. I don't know if I can find on this channel or not. Let me go to my regular channel. Okay, welcome to Indy. That's probably a bunch of bullshit. What we just last saw was not bullshit. I'm trying to think of now who the heck. Okay. Trying to think of who put it out today. Alrighty, hang it out. Gotta go back to my other channel. Oh, who the heck was it? One minute. Okay. No, we're good. We're good, Advanced. We're good. Okay. For the love of Pete. Ow. Well, that sounds interesting. Don't get me into the ghost stuff. Don't. I will never leave. Who was it that showed that? Dang it. I think it was Righteous Monkey. Oh, we're going to get this spelled way wrong. Ew. Juice should have it. Here we go. Okay, now, since we are here, shoot. Okay. And share this tab instead. Let's hope this works. Yep. Okay. Now, where the hell is it? Here we go. Here we go.
Real quick, I don't know if I got any service yet. But I'm hearing somebody just reached out and called me right now saying that there is rocks on the easement.
Mm-hmm.
And then so see rocks on the easement. You know, where me and Criminal Network sit,
Mm-hmm. That's Alex.
it's usually like rocks. There's somebody saying that there's rocks there on the easement.
And
I don't know if
cactus.
my stream is smooth. Yep, they put rocks all along the easement with sticks, guys.
Not over there.
With sticks. Huh?
Sticks.
Not over there.
Not over there, big one. Just drive down and then come back and get me. And then let me get my flashlight.
Now, you can't park on that street. Lord.
All right, guys, I think we're back. This is what I'm seeing out here, all on the easement here. I don't know who came out here and did this.
Look
Bunch
at
of cactus, bunch of sticks. Looks like a bunch of cactus and a bunch of rocks here, all on the easement. All on the easement out here. Why? All on the easement where we normally sit. There's a whole bunch of cactus out here.
And rocks.
All on the easement. All along the easement, all the way down to where we sit. Let me know if you guys can see this and while we're live here, because I'm just going live real quick and I'm getting out of here. I wanted to report this and so let you guys see it. And we'll load it up on X and share it with the rest of you guys as well that didn't get the time to come out here and tune in to see this. All on the easement here, where Alex and I sit, JLR and I sit,
Mm-hmm.
Ted and I sit. We all come out here from time to time, and whoever else has been out here, Sleuth's been out here. Whoever did this, I hope they get in trouble for this, because that might just be illegal.
I think it is.
And that is just awful because they're trashing the place.
It
They're just
can be
trashing the place.
too.
Now, this looks awful. This looks worse than us sitting here.
It does.
It looks worse than us sitting here. Come on now, for real? That's awful. I don't want to walk down. I don't want to drive down a nice community and then see this awful scene right here. A bunch of cactuses laying around that look like they need to be picked up, along with a bunch of rocks. That's terrible. That's crazy. Somebody loaded up a truck, came out here and threw all this. There's no way no one carried all this.
No.
All these rocks. And they knew we weren't coming back because they were definitely watching the live. They knew they had time to come out here and throw all this out here.
Yep.
And let me guess, that's not on camera in front of Nancy's over there? No one saw this, right? No one has no idea who did this. I don't know what my girl's doing. She was supposed to come back already. I told her to just go down and then come back. But anyways, people calling me right now. I can't answer, folks. Can't answer people calling me right now. I'll answer in a second. I'm currently trying to report this real quick. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to show you guys this. I'm out of here. Much love. See you guys later on. I'm headed back home. Somebody called me. I was still all out and about because I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I think somebody said Mark was the one who saw it, but y'all needed to see it for real. So I had to get out the car so you guys could see all this out here. We're definitely this needs to be reported. This is awful. Just awful. I don't know where they got all that cactus from
Alex does.
or anything like that. That's insane. So if you break cactus, my girlfriend's saying that's illegal. I think Mark is headed back down here too. But that's awful. That's just awful. It's all right. We'll move it. We'll just have to move it, I guess. I don't know who. Maybe it's the person that it's their property. I have no idea. Thanks for chiming in, guys. I am out. Have a good night. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Much love, guys.
That they left at 6 o'clock last night, Arizona time, and they went to the sheriff's department to join JLR. And after they left, that's what happened. I'm gonna see if I can find Criminal Network. See how his started out tonight, because I was working when he came on. So let's take a peeky weeky. Let's see what. What? Man detonates bomb during hotel standoff. What? Yo, people be crazy. Okay. Aw. Okay. There we go. I've cut this in black. I'm still trying to get used to it. All right. Criminal Network. Network. There we go. Okay. Love him or hate him, he's a sweetheart and a half, guys. He is a sweetheart. I didn't like him at first, like, oh my god, the tattoos are scary. But no, he's a sweetie. He is. Here we go. Let's see what he finds. Oh boy. Now you're on here. Oh, for the love of Pete. Hey ho, let's start this all over again. Damn it! Alright. This is Alex Scales, guys. Oh, for fuck's sake. Damn. Once she moves the car, I'll show you what I was talking about earlier. Goodness gracious, I'm an idiot. Yep, it will be in a moment. He's going to talk about White Boy lockdown. Mhm. Alex has 9 kids. Oh, my goodness. Let me turn this down for you. With in a moment. Mhm. Actually, I could just maybe skip ahead. This might be the sign they said was taken. Now that you can see it, he's looking for the windsock. Windsock. That might be where that sign was. Mhm. 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 God love his music. Mhm. Mhm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I'm not a 420 person, but go ahead if you got it. Oh, he had a tarantula the other night go across the street. I think it was him. Well, spooky. Oh, you're so well informed. Yeah. Hmm. No. That was a close up. There's a chain they put closer. Mhm. Okay, we're gonna take a walk. Yay. Oh. Yes. Mhm. That's the Wetlands. Wait a second. What kind of a truck is that? Is that like a... Oh, there's a wheelbarrow. Someone said they moved it. Oh. That's what I was looking for. Is that a dump truck that was beside the house? That could very well have been what we used. Oh. This is the shit they threw over onto the easement. Mm-mm. Yep. It does. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Pet. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Mhm. I'm trying to think of the network or the platform he's talking about. Mm. But oh yeah, that's funny. Hmm. I'm just like, oh, Hartford, okay. I have no brain tonight. He whistles for the birds, I think. Oh, this might be it. Ah, some bitch. Be cool, be cool. Which one is it? Hit. Oh my God. He's got nothing to hide. Oh God, here comes another one. Jesus. Oh, yeah. That prosecutes the false reports. Yes. That's the white car that pulled up into Nancy's. Okay. Still don't know who that was. Exactly. My God. Uh huh. Yep. They were. No. What happened? Huh. Uh-uh. Oh. Who? Yeah. The crime con. Mhm. They must be listening on his other phone. Oh, okay. I'm up. Oh. Huh. Mm-hmm. No. Okay. Hmm. What? Oh, that thing that was there is gone. Oh. Uh-oh. That lady deputy must taken it. What the hell? She's slick. Didn't even see it. Hmm. Hmm. Mhm. That was right. Oh, that's hmm, that's one deputy. Yep, that cardboard is gone from over here. What the hell? Shit just comes up missing or appearing. Exactly. People have been calling in, placing orders through DoorDash, and when the food arrives to the guys, they say it's pay on delivery, POD, whatever that is. Yep, the guys are not paying for it. They aren't. They did not order it, and they're not going to pay for it if somebody else didn't pay for it for them. I don't blame them. What kind of bullshit is that? Then they're constantly getting calls when they're out here. That's a bunch of shit. It is. It's, you'll never catch me in this state. Hail to the no. Okay, let's just go ahead a little bit further. Mm-hmm. Oh, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. That's right. Mm-hmm. 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 I hope it's a so well and song you plays. Oh, one more pacifier. That's time to go to bed. Before I came in at. Huh? Hmm. Hmm. There we go. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Nice small commercial. I don't remember if it finishes the song or not. Yep. What was a different one? Mhm. Well, listen, that birdie sing. Aw. There's a negative Nelly there. Okay, guys, this goes on for another 4 hours and some minutes. Excuse me, I will put Alex's channel, excuse me, in the description. If you want to go there and check him out, please do. He's a good guy. He may have a bad mouth, but hey, that's part of Alex. That's part of him. So with that, my dears, I'm going to call tonight. I'm going to head to bed. I'm sure Princess is quite hungry. We went to bed early last night. No work tomorrow, so we're going to do housework. I'm hoping. So, thank you guys for joining me or the rewatch crew. I see so many have come in here. Oh my goodness. All right. We will see you guys later. Have a great night. Have a good rest of your week, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye for now, guys. Toodles. Toodles.